without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I saw another video where they took out all the cards and they put in an AT box. I was inspired by it, so I decided to start with that. Binder, nothing special. I actually bought this for Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy. Took it out and used it for Pokemon. I would like to get a Voltex binder. I've been using those and they've been really great, but this is for now. I wanted to get started and get this video over with. And so nothing special. It is a 9-slot binder, just your typical. And let's get started. So I usually like to skip the first page for whatever reason. I like to start with 2 pages laid out. And we'll start with the first card, the Oddish regular. And I like to have the regular and reverse holo and display. Just don't like that better. Here's the Gloom. And right off the bat, here's where the controversy begins. Is I like to spread out my cards across this way. I saw a video, I don't know if you've seen it, it's called Check the Box, I believe. I'll probably link their page on my video, but they usually lay out all of the cards going across, and I've always liked that. I haven't really seen much of that, but I have really enjoyed that, and so all of my master builds will be built that way as best as I can. It can be a little bit harder sometimes, but that's kind of part of the process, which I do enjoy. We have the Vileplumes there, and we go into the Mega Heracross. Okay, controversy part number 2 is I like to have all variations of that Pokemon next to that Pokemon. So right here for me is I would put the full art there next to Mega Heracross. I understand that Pokemon has laid out based off of rarities, I believe. And ever since I came back to the Pokemon trading card game and collecting, for some reason, I see why they did it. But I like seeing all of the Pokemon and its respective cards next to each other. You can complain and comment on the video why I don't make sense, but it's okay. What I love about this hobby is that I enjoy it. People do it for enjoyment, and it's okay to be a little rebellious, to do something new, something fresh. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made this video, because you've seen these builds before where they go through the same pattern again. But I want to do something fresh and new, and I enjoy it, and you might like it too. So again, we're going across, and here's the Ludicolo, and so we know the Ludicolo illustration where it goes here. Again, I like to see all of Ludicolo's cards in this set all together. It just makes for a cool little feature. I don't know, I do enjoy it. Here's the Genesect. I don't have it yet, it's coming in the mail, but this would be where the Genesect for the best, I believe it's the Best Buy stamp promo. So I have a little placeholder here. So that'd be the first step, the first page. Again, everything's laid out this way. I like to include all the cards of that Pokemon within that set next to each other. And you'll see I even put the promos as well. I like it. If you like it, comment on it. Let me know what you think. I want the Nimble. I personally really love this set. It was one of the first sets. This is actually the first set, or rather the second set that I wanted to truly pursue and master. And I've enjoyed it. I open my packs with my wife. I actually don't open any of my own packs. But for some reason, when we first started, she was getting hits after hit. Not the hit, of course. For some reason, I don't have luck with getting the high chase cards, as you see here in a bit. But man, everything else, it was practically pulled by my wife, and it was very enjoyable. We liked the colors. We liked a lot of the arts of the Pokemon. and it's just been, we've enjoyed opening every pack. Here's a placeholder for the Full Art EX. Here's a special illustration rare. Again, I don't have luck. Rather, I need to move this because this is a Grandmaster set, and I foresee a Charizard Mega Charizard EX10 promo card coming, which again, this could be controversial. Some people have debated this. I'll just put a placeholder here because I don't really have the art for it. But in other Grandmaster sets, I've seen where it's any variation of the card. I noticed an image of the Mega Charizard EX, Mega Charizard X EX. It was very similar to this, so I would consider it part of the Grandmaster set. And you can disagree, that's fine. But I've seen a video with the 151 Grandmaster set, and there was a Charizard EX and a Charizard EX promo that they included, and so I like that concept or that idea, and so I'm going to pursue that moving forward with any of my Grandmaster sets. So that's the placeholder for the 10 promo. We have the EX Full Art, the SIR, and the Gold. Again, I didn't pull any of the great trace cards, but it's okay. It happens. And there you go. You go with the Moltres, Reverse Holo, and the Moltres non-holo that you get into, I believe, the build and battle decks. And there you go. That's page number 2. We'll start again with the Thematic. I was really fortunate to have gotten product for this. I think this was right before GameStop really started to increase their prices. And so I got a chance to buy I think it was a couple of booster bundles. I was able to find packs. I believe I bought an ETB. I bought a Moltres UPC for, and I traded that for a Pokemon Center ETB for Phantasmal Flames because I was really passionate about getting this done. I'll take a pause here, and here's the Reshiram's regular and reverse holo, and right here is the Reshiram. I believe it's the promo from Barnes & Nobles with the stamp right here. Pretty cool card. I actually had trouble finding the Reshirams. Pulling the Reshirams. I don't know if you did, but we could never find it. So I actually just bought the single from TCG Player. Oricorio EX Full Art, and here's the Oricorio promo. Actually, I'll pause here because I really like these cards in this set, especially the UPC promo. I don't know what it is. It's just a beautiful card. I kind of feel like it's a little underrated, but man, I think it's just a beautiful card. Sharkit Reverse. And moving into the Sharkit ETB promos. I have the regular and I have the Pokemon Center. Again, I traded that for a Moltres UPC. I think it was well worth it. I think there was other things I traded it for as well, but it was good. So here's a Ceruledge regular and reverse. And then there was a stamp promo for the build and battle decks, pre-release. And then I also have the staff, pre-release staff. You'll see there's a stamp there. That's the difference. There's a stamp on it. And so you'll see that the way I laid out the binder, it kind of starts to play out very well. It just kind of lays everything out right there next to each other. And for me, again, I just love seeing that. I don't have OCD, but it kind of tickles that, I guess, area of my brain. And then so we'll go to the next page, and I have here that I have some space holders. And you'll notice that I'll put some of these here so that the binder will kind of lay out a little better. If that doesn't make sense, you'll see here in a bit. And you know, you've seen me already kind of break that rule in the previous pages where like the Reshiram is kind of separate from the rest of the cards, but you know, then I just have to make some sacrifices and be flexible. The Dugong, I really like that Dugong. I love Gen 1 Pokemon, so when I saw that. That was really cool. I think I bought that at a trade show. Swine nubs. Little swine. First holo. Banana swine. Swine reverse. And we got into the Suicune. I know the Suicune has quite a few. So here's the regular holo foil. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm new to this, so my phone said it was too hot. Stop recording. Yeah, I'm recording this on my cell phone and do my best here. Of course, if things go well, I'll probably upgrade my setup, but this is just me, just your average guy, family man, 9-to-5 job. But let's carry on. I think we cut off here. The reverse holo of the Suicune. I have the GameStop promo for Suicune, which was funny because here's the EB games. Don't have that. It's kind of $60, but I haven't really spent more than, I'd say, like $10 in any of the cards that I've bought until recently, so I was kind of holding back on that. This is the Suicune from the Knockout Collection, and I think that's it for this page. But like I was saying when I was talking about this GameStop promo, I was in line for, I think it was for this set, for product for this set. And I had already got my product, but I saw there was some, you know, it was at GameStop, so there were some other card products that were probably overpriced, but I decided to go look over there. And while I was looking over there, someone was like, hey, weren't you supposed to give us like a promo or whatever? And the counter guy was like, oh yeah, you're right. And so I'm glad I stayed because I had already paid and I was on my way out. And thanks to that guy, he allowed me to get that for free. So I didn't have to spend the money for that. So just little things that you experience doing this stuff. Here's a placeholder here. Because I know Rodon has several. I didn't want him to be disconnected from the rest of the set. The Rotom. And now some people do like this card. I do too. My wife pulled that one and I was in shock. I love that. It's a great card, great colors. I'm not familiar with the Pokemon. I'll show my age here by saying that I am very much Gen 1. Like I'm limited to Gen 1, a hint of Gen 2. But that's for, it's another story for another day. I like the Yamper. The little thing about me is I really do like Pokemon cards that show Pokemon doing like just normal life things, if that makes sense. Because in most cases you see these cards in like a battle stance or like in movement or like action that you see them doing, like battling and whatnot. But for me, I don't know, there's something about like just doing real life with Pokemon that really kind of like gains my interest in cards like this. Just a Yamper in the bed, you know, in someone's house. So, but that's just me. Off to the next page. Got the Palmot. I don't know, again. I'm very limited to Gen 1. Oh, it looks like I have 2 spacers here. And then we go into the Sidekick, Strevis, regular and reverse, Miss Magis EX, and here's a full art. And I really do have a system on how I do these things, like binder builds. I'm sure there's a better way, but what I do is I make a Excel spreadsheet, or I have a spreadsheet kind of like layout, and I kind of just drag and drop the cards in their places. And for me, it actually takes a bit because you kind of have to organize the different promos and the variations, like I said earlier. So it's not as easy as you would think, simply because it's just Like one, the EXs always throw it off because there's usually only one, but sometimes there's two or the full arts. Here's the other page. Again, I really like how this all lays out. It ends with the EX, and Diancie didn't have another card in this set, so it perfectly rounded out this page. You have the Meliodas. This is from the battle deck, I believe, promo, which I found at Walmart for, I think it's like 15 bucks. Otherwise, I would have had to pay like what people are selling it now for $28 or $30. And I think it's kind of a bit crazy to me. It's a little sad how what it's kind of turned into, because I can't find anything anywhere, and I try not to buy from like people who sell it very overpriced. It just doesn't make sense to me. Again, I have a full-time job. I have 2 kids, 1 on the way, and so I have to kind of be wise with my money, and so it just doesn't make sense to be paying those kinds of prices. Okay, for the Zacian, I really like this row, and you'll see because Zacian has quite a bit in this set. Is the regular holo, the reverse holo, the non-holo from the Build and Battle deck, the Build and Battle promo with the stamp, the Build and Battle promo with the staff stamp, and lastly, the illustration rare. And see, this is kind of what really makes me happy, is when the cards just fill out just like that in one row. You can see everything Zacian related in this set. So where this set stands out right now, this 9-slot binder build kind of works for me. I have one for a 12-slot ready just in case, or when I decide to buy the Voltex binder. But it gets a little harder to have it fold out like that sometimes when there's more slots to fill. But that's why I really like this 9-slot, because you can just fill out the entire row with just Zacian. I think you'll see that with, I think, 2 more later in this video. Here are the promos from, I think it's the blister packs. I bought these on TCG. Again, can't always find product when you want to. So this page is done. It's always great to see a full page and just kind of stare at how beautiful it is. We'll move on to the next one. See, I have here that I have 2 spacers, the top corners. Pokemon. Again, you'll see that. You'll see why here in a bit. Tauros. This will be pretty easier. The Gliscor, if I'm saying that correctly. Red on reverse. Pinch. Pinch reverse. Vibrava. Reverse. Alright, and here's, here's another one that, again, that really love this page because of this row specifically. We have the Flygon regular holo. We have the Flygon reverse holo. We have the Flygon non-holo from the Build and Battle deck. And if I'm correct, like, please correct me. Again, I forget these things. I'm a little older, so here's the pre-release Build and Battle without this. This is just the regular promo that you'll find. And again, the staff promo. And lo and behold, the Flygon. I think it's the illustration rare. Boom. Love how that plays out. So that's where these come in. Otherwise, it just kind of throws things off, and I really like this setup. So beautiful page, one of my favorites. And we're moving on to I believe it's the dark Pokemon. So since this is a newer video, you'll see here that this art was basically reprinted with Ascended Heroes. And as I said before, this is a Grandmaster set that I'm trying to complete, and in my way of doing things, the Grandmaster set would include the same art even in other sets. Again, you can disagree, but that's okay. I've seen a video where they've done it this way, and again, I absolutely love it, so I'm going to pursue that way. This is actually the Cosmos promo. I requested a seller to send me the regular near mint, but he sent me the Cosmos Hollows. I sent him a message just to let him know about that, but I'm just going to leave it there since it's basically the same thing, just with the Cosmopawner, but it would be the near mint from Ascended Heroes. And I don't know if it's cool, I don't know if you like it, but it kind of reminds me of Prismatic Evolutions, where now each, I guess, Pokemon card would have 3 different variations, which is the regular, it would be a Pokeball and a energy symbol. I think they call it Dusk Ball for them. And so I think because the Pokeball is less expensive, I'll put that next. And then here's the Dust Ball. I don't know if people are just traumatized from Prismatic Evolutions, because now each card kind of has like 3 versions. But so here's the Phantasmal Flames. Let's pretend this is a near mint. I mean the regular non-holo for Ascended Heroes, Pokeball Ascended Heroes, Dust Ball Ascended Heroes, and the promo from the Sticker Tech collection. And so Haunter also got the same treatment. So here's the Phantasmal Flames, regular. This is the reverse. Here's the actual regular of the Ascended Heroes. Pokeball. And I think it's called Dust Ball or the energy symbol. And Haunter had a promo. This one, I did not find like the Meliota, and I did not want to spend the $35 to buy it from somewhere, or nor did I want to spend the $20 from the promo, so from TCG and the shipping and the taxes. So I got it at a trade show, I think for like $15, and so maybe not the best price, but it's okay. Here's the Mega Gengar, and again, the Ascended Heroes have the same print for the Ascended Heroes Mega Gengar EX. Keep going. Here's the Murkrow reverse, Honchkrow, and it fills out pretty nice on this page. So there we go. This is the Phantasmal Flames with the Ascended Heroes all together, and very pleasing to me. I approve of this page. And then next we go into, looks like we have some more sabers. One here, one here. And the good thing about these sabers, honestly, is that if there's more instances of like reprints, it's a little bit easier to kind of reorganize the binder. If let's just pretend there's a random non-holo Sableye, I'll just take this off and then move it over. I won't have to redo the entire thing, but you just never know. The Carvana, yeah, like the card brand, I suppose. Again, I'm very limited to my knowledge of these Pokemon, and I'm sorry guys, I really do love Pokemon, but it's a long story behind that. So there's the Mega Sharpedo EX, Mega Sharpedo Full Art. I don't have this SIR. Again, it's a little bit pricier. I try to hold off on the very expensive ones and kind of just save up towards it. It's because again, I have bills and kids and gotta feed the family. You know how that works. This is Viper. Let's see. And the Absol. Looks like I just kind of sacrificed that disconnection there from the Absol. And I'm sure there's a good reason why, and we'll see here. There's another saber here. Okay. Again, may not be the best layout, but who knows which one of these may get a reprint or another promo, or yeah, like a Cosmos from a Blizzard pack for a future set. So, and here we start with some more sabers. I don't have my sabers with me. Let's do the I really did like all of the kind of the accessories for this set. It's just kind of been really cool. Again, I like the color scheme. Crocodile. Capsule. There we go with Toxicity. And this one has multiple variants as well. Again, this is another one of my favorite rows. Here's the regular holo. Here's the reverse holo. Here is the non-holo building battle. The promo from the building battle. The staff stamp from the building battle. And then Toxtricity got a illustration rare, and boom. Another success with a full line displaying the entirety of that Pokemon line in the set. Now, if they come out with a different variation, I'm kind of screwed in that, but it is what it is. Okay, and then we also have the promos, Sneasel and the Weavile. I believe it's from the blisters as well. And then we have a, let's see, how did I do this? With the Empoleon EX. And then a Empoleon EX full art. There we go. I'm not sure if I missed one, maybe. I did. This is why. I apologize. Corresponding goes here. And here. And I just decided to put the Paldean Wooper right here. I believe that's how I have it. Okay. I'm just going off the sheet. It could always change, you know. I think because these are just kind of independent Pokemon, no evolutions. And to keep the Carvanha together, I just put it there. And we're here. And now we've caught back up to where we are. Do two more spacers. Here. And here. And we start with the Bronzor. So I just want to take some time to kind of give you kind of thank everyone who's still here. I've noticed that some people do enjoy just hanging out and just having this in the background while I build this binder, and that's cool. And I appreciate you guys. I will also have a shorter video, kind of just showing this build without the commentary necessarily. In case you want to kind of reference that, if you want to get inspiration from this build. But my understanding is that there is a need or a want, or people just enjoy just kind of having a video in the background where the person on the video just kind of commentates as they build the binder, and I'm here for it. I've done it myself. I've enjoyed it. I like to see people's different takes on cards and their perspectives on the actual hobby itself. Another full page here, successful, I believe. There are Colodon, a little bit separate, but that's okay. But yeah, I like this page. Moving on. I think I had here in my notes to have space here. But yeah, I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not. I do have plans for doing the same kind of setup layout for future sets. And man, we pulled, or we're pulling that. I don't think that was one of our first pulls, and it's one of our favorite pulls. I think it was just awesome to see the reactions that we pulled from the set. Again, beautiful card, the colors. Definitely one of my more, I don't say favorite ones, but it was definitely exciting to pull that. With the Lopunny. I don't think we pulled much of the Lopunnies. We just I had to buy those at trade shows. Here's a space holder for the SIR. And then we end with the Meowth. And man, I love this card. I know it brought a lot of hype. I think it was justified. It really played into my nostalgia feelings. Anytime, Meowth was such a staple character in the cartoon show, and I was a kid when I watched that show, so this definitely resonated with me. Never pulled it, but man, I definitely bought it, and I feel like it was worth it. But beautiful card, I absolutely love it. So moving on to the trainer cards, and again, it's the same concept approach where I'm going to put all of the cards and its respective variations all next to each other. And so here's the blue torch with the full art. Once it gets to this part of the part of the binder, there's could tend to kind of not really lose interest, but it's not as gravitas as the actual Pokemon. And so the Dawn, oh, my wife pulled that one too. I was in shock when she pulled that. And it's so funny because like you see her reaction too. She's like, oh, is that a good card? And you're just like, you don't realize how much that's worth, and you just pulled it. And so it's always helpful to do the things that you love with the people you love. And so this started off as my own thing, and then I included my wife because she loves to do things with me, and this kind of has grown into she opens all my packs. Again, great layout on this page, everything fills out just nicely. But yeah, so we do enjoy it, she enjoys it, and so every now and then she'll be like, you gotta need more of those packs to rip. And so yeah, it's cool, we enjoy it. I see here, and this is, I could be wrong, and this is just because of a post that I saw. I think it was a battle deck from one of the participants of the current tournament. I'm not too up to date with how things are playing out, but I did see that he was using a jumbo ice cream in part of his deck. So if they do release a championship deck, this would probably come out in it, and so which would work great because this would be here and everything will shift over. But I'm not gonna make that guess just yet, just because we don't know what's to come. Orders patch, and then we finish off with the switch and the ignition energy. But that is the set of Phantasmal Flames. I like to just kind of include the sleeves as well, because it's all part of the accessories and just the set overall. It adds for cool aesthetic value. But yeah, there we go. And that's really it, guys. I have a final page here if you want to see it. But this is what I have for all of the energies that you can pull from each pack. The coins, the anti-coin. This is one from the ETBs, one the regular one, the Pokemon Center. This is from the UPC. And this is just kind of the sleeves and the dividers here. And that's really it, guys. Again, I think it was a beautiful set. I really did enjoy it. I hope you did too. Let me know what you think. Am I wrong in doing this? I have seen it done the other way, and yes, it is beautiful when you get to these back pages, right? And all of the special illustration rares all in one page. I get it, I understand, and I'm glad that you guys do it, but man, for some reason, whenever I got back into this, I was like, why do I have to go back all the way over here to see a Zacian, and then here for the promos? And so to me, it's just really awesome to see everything in one spot. But it's not here to say I'm right or wrong, but just to enjoy this hobby with everyone. And so let me know what you think. Comment if you have any requests. I can't promise anything, but I'm working on I believe 2 other sets to Grandmaster. I should be working on posting one for 151, which is the original that I started to Grandmaster. And I hope to see you guys in a future video. Again, appreciate y'all for taking the time. We'll hope to see you next time.